Hello everyone, welcome to Only Chess. So along with my master game analysis video, I am also making videos for individuals who want to learn chess. So by following my series, you guys can develop from scratch to decent level players. Today's video, as the title suggests, is on how to play chess. Basically, the video is on two key points, which you can see on the screen now. First, the game of squares. So under the game of squares, I'll be discussing about the chessboard and the various aspects you have to keep in mind while learning how to play chess. Second is the battlefield. So in the battlefield, I'll be teaching you how to set up a chessboard and what are the key points you should remember while setting up a chessboard. So let's get into the content. So this is a chessboard in front of you. It contains 64 squares, 32 black and 32 white squares, which comes alternatively. That is, after a black square, a white square comes. Next, a chessboard is made up of three things. One, the files. Second, the ranks. And third, the diagonals. I hope you guys can see the letters A to H written on the bottom of the chessboard. This is nothing but the name of the files. So, files are the vertical alignments in a chessboard. Now, for suppose if you take a particular file, this file is known as the F file. This one is known as the B file, and so on. These vertical alignments, according to the English alphabet written on the bottom of the chessboard, their names come as A file, B file, C file, D file till H file. Now let's talk about the ranks. The ranks are the horizontal alignments in a chessboard. These numbers written from 1 to 8 on the left side of the chessboard is basically the name of the ranks. So this rank is known as the third rank. This one is the seventh rank. This one is the first rank. And now let's talk about the diagonals. The diagonals are something which usually cuts the board. That is, it starts from this square and ends on this square. Similarly, you can also draw a diagonal from this square to this square. So, before telling you more about the diagonals, each and every square on a chessboard has its own name, which is determined according to the file and rank. So suppose if you take this square, the name of the square is G5 because it lies on the G file and on the fifth rank, due to which it is known as G5. Similarly, if you take the name of this square, it is on the D file and it lies on the first rank, due to which its name is D1. Now, if you practice it in this manner, you will be able to know the name of each and every square on a chessboard. I will not be telling you the name of all the squares on the board. Now let's talk about the diagonals. The first two diagonals which I showed to you, the first one was which went through the black squares. So it started from the square A1 and then it ended on the square H8. The one peculiar feature of diagonals is that always it is a single color. That is, if it is a black diagonal, it is continuously a black diagonal. But in case of a file, after a black square, a white square comes and it again continues the same. Similarly, in ranks, after a black square, a white square comes and again a black square. The second The diagonals are not just the A1 H8 diagonal and the H1 A8 diagonal. These two diagonals are the long diagonals. Besides these diagonals, there are many small diagonals like There are many. Some examples are the F1 H3 diagonal, the D1 A4 diagonal, the E1 A5 diagonal, the G1 A7 diagonal, the A3 F8 diagonal are many examples of diagonals. So those are the main things that you have to learn in the game of squares, where you should know the basic aspects of a chessboard. By covering these 3 points, you have learned all the aspects of a chessboard. Now let's talk about the battlefield. So in the battlefield, we'll be discussing on how to set up a chessboard. The first key point that a player should remember is that the first square on the left hand side should be a black square. That is, on the left side of the board, the first square is the A1 square, which is a black square. Similarly, if you take the case of a black player, the first square on his left hand side is also a black square, which is the H8 square. If it is the other way, that is, the first square is a white square on the left hand side, then you shouldn't arrange a chessboard in that manner. You should always keep a left square as black square. Now let's see how to arrange a chessboard. Let's begin with the rooks. So both white and black will have 2 rooks each, which usually occupy the H and A file. Now the knights. Both black and white have 2 knights each, which are placed on the G and B files. The bishop is placed on the C file and F file, and the queen is placed on the D files, and king is on the E file. So basically, a key point which you have to remember is that the white queen is always placed on the white square initially, and the black queen is always placed on the black square, which you can see on the board right now. You can't place it the other way, that is, the queen on the black square and the king on the D1 square. It is not right, so it should be placed the other way. That is, the queen should be placed on D1 and the king should be placed on E1. So the first rank and the 8th rank are the places where the pieces are placed, which include the minor pieces and the major pieces. The major pieces are the queen, the 2 rooks, and the minor pieces are the bishop and the knights. Now the 2nd rank and the 7th rank are usually occupied by the pawns. There are 8 pawns for white as well as 8 pawns for black. This is the way how a chessboard is arranged, and white makes the first move. Now let's discuss how to make the moves, how to move each piece in our next video. So stay tuned guys, and if this video was useful, please feel free to like and comment the video, and if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon besides it so that you will be notified for my next videos. Thank you.